Good morning. Welcome to our podcast, Trusted Morning Drip, where we just come to the shop early with our cup of joe, our cup of tea, our cup of pre-workout, whatever we want to drink, and just talk about what we got going on. You know, just a chit chat. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you subscribe. We're out located in Corona, and we have a mobile studio, so we can go wherever. But this is a Trusted Morning Drip. Good morning. What's going on, guys? So today is Wednesday, April 6th. Good morning. Good morning. So we're just going to be chit-chatting, talking about whatever comes up. So we got the Renaissance Fair coming up. Did we
this weekend? Yes.
Is all the paperwork submitted? Everything's good?
Paperwork's good.
Good to go.
Paperwork's been submitted since 2019. So
okay, so they got it. They just need more pictures of us or something?
They need updated pictures to make sure we are who we are, and that's pretty much it, dude.
Did you send all that in?
Oh, yeah.
You just took screenshots from our Instagram?
I just took screenshots of our Instagram and everything that we already got because, again, we've already got so much shit.
Yep.
Which is good. I mean, I'm excited. We got the bus ready. I got some aprons that look like leather, old school, freaking blacksmith aprons.
That's sick.
Yeah, dude. So we're gonna look a little more authentic, which is good.
Oh yeah.
But we shall see. We shall see.
That'd be sick with like boots, all fucking heavy duty boots and shit, some leather pants.
I mean, we totally could do that. If that was what you want to do. But of course,
that'd be tight. Gotta really look the part. And that's what I was thinking about that on the drive here too. I was like, damn, what if we just like went all out and like really dressed up as like Renaissance
the only thing is a lot
era
of that old timey clothing is real like flowy and stuff. And like for us, obviously we got to be cleaner. You don't want to have flowing gowns.
Yeah, getting in the ink, getting in the blood,
so
and
that's why they're kind of giving us a pass on having to dress up. And so they kind of asked me this year, like, "Are you guys going to dress up?" And I was like, "Look, we can't really dress up because we got to stay clean. So we got to stay clean. I can't really wear old timey clothes.
The aprons, at least we can do,
As I said, I'm gonna wear some aprons so it looks like we have the part. And like I said, they look like they're leather. They're faux leather. They have to be wipeable and cleanable, but they look like leather. They look like blacksmith style smocks. So we're gonna wear those. I got 4 of them, so we could all have them on, even if we're not tattooing. So it kind of looks the part. Because the whole idea is people go to this thing and they want to have the Renaissance feel. Yeah. Like literally, like if you ask Jordan, like he'll tell you his personal experience with it was that he went in and he's in line waiting to go in, and there's people talking normal, right? Normal conversations. But right when they pass the gate of entering the Renaissance Fair, they're like, "Well, good day, sir. Would love
good day."
To see you. Absolutely.
All the slang and everything.
Yeah, they love it. I mean, they actually have their own language that they really speak, and it is based on like old timey English and shit. So it's really cool, man. If you have ever been to a Renaissance Fair, I highly recommend it. One of my favorite meals there is bread, cheese, and meat. And you would think, okay, it sounds like a sandwich, right? But they literally give you a stack of bread, cheese, and meat, and you just eat it like that. And it's
like
awesome.
It's like a tostada.
It's not even a tostada. It's a piece of bread, a piece of meat, and a piece of cheese, like right on top of it. And it's like bang, bang, bang. Here you go. And it's actually really good. Like everything's overpriced, just like most places are.
Yeah.
But it's really cool, man. A bunch of cool stuff like that. They have beer wenches, and I mean, like you call them wenches. They expect to be called wenches. They come around with their like bustiers popping up their chest,
the boobs like flowing out of their their tops, about to just pour out.
Exactly, and that's the whole look. So again, it's fun. They have jousting tournaments. They have cool like comedy shows. They have like really badass performers. Like they have this one guy that literally, I don't know if he ever gets off this ball, but he walks around the whole place on a ball,
like balancing
and doing magic tricks, like on a ball, bro. And it's a trip because like when he stops, you would think this guy's gonna fall over, but he stops and he's on this ball. And he's totally fine.
He's got the best balance in the world.
Yeah, bro. The guy practices. The guy's a beast. He's some kind of musician, clown, actor guy.
That's tight.
And they have a bunch of cool stuff like that is super unique. And again, you're not going to really find anywhere else. There's this one guy that we've been tattooing who's great. He runs the what is it called? It's a French name, right? But all the girls that work for him, it's all girls that serve the alcohol, and all they do is talk shit to you. Like you go up and they're talking shit, they're making fun of you, you're going back and forth, you're flirting, they're flirting with you. It's fun, man. It's a bunch of cool experiences. They have these giant swings that are like just basically on these big old poles that are like telephone poles. and they just swing you on these swings.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
They have like somebody like under pushing you and then running
And pushing
then letting it go over, right?
Yeah,
and they just keep running back and forth.
Took my beer out of my hand and took a drink of my beer while I'm on the swing. But
like, give me that shit.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I was like, fuck it, that's your tip, bro. That's your tip.
Yeah. You're working hard. You're thirsty.
Yeah, exactly. So we did that back in 2019, and as you know, this year
been a long time, bro.
Is 2022. So we should have done it 3 years in a row, but since COVID and everything happened, we're now getting into the third year.
Yeah, people are starting to get comfortable again. Things are opening back up. Yeah, COVID was fucked up.
Yeah, and they really want you to be vaccinated or to have a negative COVID test. So if you do prepare to go, be vaccinated or have a negative COVID test in hand, so that at least they'll let you in. Because if not, they're still paranoid. A lot of people are.
Yeah.
And I get it.
And it's a lot of people, because when I went there, walking through, it was a lot of people just like, it's not like it's confined, but there's a lot of people just walking through the trail through the.
Yeah. And I mean, the one advantage is it is outdoors. So it is outdoors, and they are going to limit the amount of people going in, which again, hopefully doesn't affect our business too much. But yeah, let's see what happens. Real excited to be back at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Just to be back in it, with a lot of different events. I mean, we're going to have a busy year this year. We got a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah. No, traveling in general is already gone crazy this year. I mean, if you guys watch our other podcast, we talked about, driving to Odessa. Odessa's always a good time. A lot of people want to get tattooed there. What are you working on today?
So today I'm actually going back to Oceanside. I thought I had my appointment here, and I don't. I don't have an appointment here. I have an appointment in Oceanside.
Damn.
So I'm going to be in Oceanside today, but I'm going to be working on an angel and demon on this dude's forearm. I think we're going to do the outer forearm. So it's going to be like it's like an archangel cutting off a demon's head. So it's sick. He's going to have the demon's head in it. It's actually a pastor who wants to his whole idea is going to be kind of like the warrior Christian pastor. He's a former Marine
nice.
officer. He also did a lot of in Iraq he did a lot of subcontracting. So they went out there and protected some stuff and did some contractor stuff. So this guy's a total warrior, which is pretty cool. But he wants to try to give back and kind of talk to people and bring God into the mix, as opposed to the exact opposite of what he was doing over there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, the guys, when they spend a lot of time over there, they do get closer to God, because you end up in a lot of hairy situations.
Yeah, you start thinking about praying more, and because you see people going out, not coming back.
Oh yeah,
people dying. You start to think about because when I deployed, I was terrified was the closer I got to country.
100%.
And then eventually I came to peace, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna go home. Yeah. But luckily it was not as bad as I had imagined. I just imagined this just always looking over my shoulder, and I was, but for the most part it was I mean, thankfully, luckily, I guess nothing crazy happened, but I made it back. But yeah, I can imagine the guys that go out there and are kicking the doors in, the ones that are, out there first or whatever, going through some crazy shit. So was he a pastor while he was a Marine, or he became a pastor after?
After. Yeah, after. He really he's dedicating himself to God now, and really wants to, again, bring out of the darkness and into the light type deal, and he wants to use his experiences and his situations that he's been into to influence other people, and to kind of let them know, how important God is in his life, and how it's, helped him get over a lot of the stuff that was happened to him out there. Again, he was a leader. So, as being an officer, you're seeing these guys go down, and you're going to have to make these phone calls, and you're going to have to talk to them.
You become like the responsible for their for the outcome of whatever happens,
Yeah, and so that's, it sucks. It sucks to have to do that, but again, it's a dirty job if somebody's got to do it type deal. And that's the thing about the military is it takes everybody that's involved, from the leadership to the private that's right out of boot camp. Everybody is a real important factor in that. I mean, again, serving overseas, I luckily didn't have to go overseas, but seeing my dad do it and my family members do it and everybody else, it's just, we see the toll it takes on not just them, but the families, And again, this is a big part of what he's trying to preach to people and try to help people out, because there's a lot of unforeseens that, without being in the family or without being over there, You just have no idea. But war sucks. And
Yeah.
it's ugly. And, you know, pray for the people of Ukraine right now. Pray for peace because, you know, nobody really wins except for the rich people that are making money off selling the missiles and everything else. And so
Yep.
let's hope that this ends quickly.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, but as history shows, there's always something that people are fighting about.
Yeah.
So, but
Which is insane because, I mean, we should be advanced enough now, smart enough now to not have to be killing each other like this.
yeah, right. Like
Which is
working things
crazy.
out, but you know, everybody wants, or the people that are high up, you know, they want power, they want more power, they want, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone wants their country to be the best.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. And you'd imagine
it's life,
like,
I guess.
the best would include being safe, include being, you know, not hungry, would include, you know, having a safe environment to raise your children and whatnot. The sad part about Ukraine Russia situation is those people are like related. Like you're talking about like aunts and uncles, cousins and nephews and stuff that are on from the same bloodlines killing each other right now, which is just
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
That's
insane.
crazy.
You got all these people that are refugees now. Doesn't make any sense to me. So, I mean, thank God we're over here in America and we're safe and we're happy and we're doing our thing. You know, the stock market took a shit today, which sucks. Crypto's
it?
down today.
Oh yeah, I've been getting notifications. Crypto dropped a little bit.
Yeah, but again,
But,
if those are our biggest problems, well, amen to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yeah,
we're good.
another problem is I'm gonna be finding somewhere to get some breakfast soon.
That's right. That's the more current
More current
event
problems
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get some grub. We'll get some grub after this. I mean, I don't know if we talked about this yet on here, but we won 2022 Best Tattoo Shop in Corona, which is awesome. The last time we won was in 2019, and they didn't do 2021 or 2020 because of COVID. And last time I didn't get the plaque because they were going to charge you for the plaque.
Yeah.
This year, I think my people deserved it. I deserve it. We all deserve having this plaque up. So 2022 Best Tattoo Shop in Corona. It is official. We know every time that we're one of the best shops around here. We pride ourselves in doing great work, great customer service. This year, it's official. It'll be hanging on our wall.
Hell yeah. So we're not gonna see something like that in a different shop, right? Like different division, the subdivision of 6th Street and Smith.
We might.
You're the best tattoo 2022.
We might. That's the thing.
Motherfuckers.
These companies are scandalous nowadays. Man.
Yeah.
You never know, dude. They could have said the best of to like 3 different tattoo shops, and the one
Right.
that paid for the freaking flag got
Yeah,
it.
because like how often, or I guess if somebody wins that, does it occur or does it cross their mind like, let me go check these shops, make sure they don't have one too.
You know what? I don't know, but now it has, and now we're gonna.
We should go and just walk into the shop, bling bling. Hey, what's
Yeah.
going on, guys? You guys looking to get tattooed? No, just looking around.
Checking it
You
out.
guys have any plaques on your walls? Like any accolades? What are you guys good at? You guys win anything?
Absolutely.
Well, actually, we just won the
Believe it or
best
not.
tattoo shop.
Best 2022 best tattoo shop.
Oh man, imagine that, bro.
No, I mean
Yeah.
it's capitalism, bro. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, right.
So I mean, what are you gonna do? These guys are.
It's I guess it's better than causing the problem because you already have the solution.
There you go.
You're spreading positivity because you have a trophy business.
We have a trophy business, and we're giving
You're
out trophies.
good.
And the cool part is we already know we're the best shop in Corona right now. We feel that, we rep that. We tell people that all the time, and people tell us as well. People tell us the good vibes that they have in here. People tell us the experience that they see. And not only that, I mean, certain things that we do here, other shops aren't going to be able to do as well. I mean, for instance, cover-ups. For instance, being honest about the type of work that they should get, the type of artists you should work with. We want to make sure you're going to the best artist, not necessarily wanting
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
And so those are things that I think do make us the best. You look at our reviews, I think we're like 4.5 stars on Yelp, 5 stars on Facebook, and it's mainly because our clients are awesome. Thank you so much, and give us a good reviews, but feel like they should. You know what I mean? We don't really tell people to give us reviews. I've never really said, "Hey, give us a good review." We do have a sticker up.
Today we're telling you guys, give us a review.
Let's
Be
make it
very
official.
appreciated.
Let's make it official.
Since we never ask for it, but you guys still do it. Imagine if we did ask for it. How many of you guys are really gonna show love and support and let the Yelpers know? I'm not really on Yelp. Actually, I'm not on Yelp, so I might have an account, but as far as like going to see the reviews, maybe I should start doing that, but I don't go on Yelp. But if you do go on Yelp, give us a review, especially if you've gotten tattooed. Post a picture of your tattoo, you know? Okay. Let Yelp know who did it, where you got it done, and you know, it'd be really appreciated.
Yeah,
do it now.
Please. But the thing is, you don't do it, but a lot of people use Yelp. A lot of people use Yelp. I mean, I don't do it neither. If I have to, I will. Like if I'm in a new area, I will. Yeah. But like around here, I don't, obviously. But when I'm in a new area, in a new place of the country, or we're on tour somewhere, I always check Yelp. I'm always like, yo, let's see what the deal is. Yeah,
I've never really used Yelp at all. I have friends that use it for restaurants. Like they already have a list that they've made. Like, oh, look at this place got this, that. I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna go where you're gonna go. You know, you have the good spots. You've already done your research. Let's go there. You know, that's one of the debates that we always have. You know, is what we're gonna eat, guys. What we're gonna eat. What do you guys want to eat? You know,
because we try to eat healthy.
I mean, we try, but
yeah, we try to make sure
we try to eat healthy at least once a week.
Well, it's hard when you're traveling, dude.
Yeah, especially when you're traveling. Yeah, but definitely, probably start utilizing Yelp because that's pretty much the only like food app, right? As far as finding something near where you're at, you know. Yeah. Besides Google, but Google is not really like. Well, I feel like it's not as user friendly. Yeah, but there's not always the same.
No, it's not always.
But then at the same time, like, are the hole in the wall places, you know, that are those hidden gems on Yelp? Like, do they even have an account? Do they care? You know, like the fucking
copper kettles.
The copper kettles of the world. The Golden Dragon Chinese spot. You know, that's in the middle of nowhere, but it has some of the best orange chicken I ever had in my life. Yeah. I don't know if they had a Yelp review or a Yelp account, but maybe. Potty break. Joey's got to go potty. But yeah, we're going to do a new protocol prior to podcast. Make sure everyone's gone tinkle. Make sure there's no leftover, you know, in the bladder.
It's the coffee, bro. Coffee goes.
It's the coffee.
Dude, it's just fucking. I don't drink it often. Yeah. I drink it when I need it, you know.
Yeah.
Drip, okay. Morning drip. I think I need it just because.
Get you nice and perked up for the morning drip.
That's right. But normally it's just I'm not a big coffee drinker. I like to keep it for when I need it. Because when I need it, like if I'm driving or something, I want to make sure I get that kick of caffeine, like boom, when I need it right away.
Got you.
That's why I try to chill on it, unless I need it, you know.
Yeah, it's been like a daily thing for me. I don't need it, but I do like the after effect. You know, when you're drinking it, you feel a little bit more perked up. You know, 100%. Because I got shit to do, so I'm gonna do it regardless. But having the coffee, and then I like how it tastes too. Yeah, and then I feel like it speeds up my metabolism because I fast in the mornings, you know. So I don't want to break my fast right away. And I was going to I still go to the gym in the mornings, but I was taking pre-workout to go to the gym. But there's all kinds of shit in that.
Yeah, you don't know what's in it.
Yeah, and I assume it's gonna break my fast, you know. So I know black coffee just straight is fasting friendly. Same with tea, you know, as long as you don't put sugar in it. What else? I think that's it. But I've been kind of doing some research and found that there's certain vitamins or like nitric oxide substitutes or nitric oxide boosters, whatever, that you can take that don't necessarily break your fast. Huh. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's, I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that fasting is super good for you, and that alone helps speed up your metabolism and resets a lot of things, and helps your body clean out a lot of stuff. A lot of times, toxins and stuff that your body naturally holds on to, you fast, your body naturally gets rid of all that. So I know fasting is super important. I know, like they talk about Jesus when he fasted for 40 days. You know, he's talked to God, and I know a lot of people that have done that. I know like Buddhists and Hindu people, and I think it was like Lisa Left Eye Lopez before she passed, rest in peace. And she was doing a fast, and that was on the advice of Dr. Sebi, saying that, you know, you do this fast and it like resets your body's natural digestive process and everything. Yeah. From what I've read is that it puts you into a state of autophagy, I believe it is. I may be wrong, but basically your body, because your body's not focused on digesting or delivering nutrients that you've ingested, now it's going into repair mode,
So I've actually heard that there's been studies done. I don't know how true this is. This is just what I've kind of come across in my research of fasting. But because your body goes into repair mode, it starts to look for damaged cells to get rid of them, to replace them. And it's actually was shown to start cutting down the size of cancer.
Heard that.
Yeah. So it's pretty powerful stuff, you know. I don't know how true it is, but the only reason I started fasting was because I always had a heavy breakfast. I was so used to breakfast in the morning. Like, even if I wasn't hungry, I would get breakfast in the morning, you know?
Breakfast burritos all day.
Yeah. And I'd always eat heavy, you know? I didn't think about the stuff I was eating, but I'd feel super tired right after I ate. Like, I just wanted to sit down. And then eventually it just clicked, and I was like, let me try not to eat, get what I have to get done, because I'm a little bit more awake right before I eat. So I do that, and then like 5 hours would go by. You know, my breakfast normally is like at 8 a.m. I wouldn't eat my first meal until like 12, 1. And then I look back and I'm like, damn, I just got all this shit done and I still feel good. Maybe I should keep this going, you know?
Absolutely.
And that kind of turned into just part of my routine is fasting, because I get more shit done before I eat. Because once I eat, then I'm kind of like lethargic, wanting to just sit there and, you know, because your body's now changes focus to, all right, we got to break this shit down and deliver the nutrients or push the waste out or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
not only that, dude, I think just from an eating standpoint, like if you're fasting and then you eat a good meal or you eat something that you really like, I think the food tastes better. I think it gives you more of appreciation for what you're eating. You know, you could eat a little bit more, really savor the flavor and everything. This world that we're in, especially here in America, you know, first world problems, it's so abundant. You know, it kind of reminds me of like the Hunger Games, where they were like, oh, yeah, drink this so you could throw up and eat some more. It's like, damn, bro, like stop being so wasteful, you know?
Yeah.
And especially nowadays, we're trying to nail that down, the waste factor, the whole sustainability factor. And I think a lot of people push to the side that the way that we eat is not sustainable.
Yeah.
We have so much food in this country, we could feed the entire planet.
Yeah.
But we don't. And a lot of it just gets wasted.
Yeah.
I think if people were more aware of what they're eating, did fast a little bit more, not only would they be healthier, but the planet would be healthier. We could have a lot more people fed, and all good things.
You know, now that you're talking about that and like food waste and stuff, I don't know if I've seen a buffet place nearby anymore. There used to be a couple of buffet places, and maybe it's because of the change of thought process. Because the hometown buffet that used to be off of McKinley, it's not there anymore. You know,
super bomb.
There used to be a seafood buffet off of McKinley. Actually, I don't know if that one's still there, but I stopped going to buffets because I always came out. I went in there on a mission to eat as much as I could, right? Get my $16 worth or whatever it was.
I heard they put you on weight sometimes too. They would weigh you before you. He was telling me that the hometown buffet he used to go to would weigh you.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that neither.
They're like, based on our risk to whatever ratio, we got to charge you an extra $10.
That's some corporate shit
right?
there,
That's some risk management right there. But yeah, I started thinking about that. You know, like I go in there on a mission. I go there the goal is to eat as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because it's a buffet.
Buffet.
You know, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
And then I go and I eat, and then I'm like stuffed, and I'm like, damn, I still haven't tried this thing over there. I haven't tried that.
They just put a new tray out.
Yeah, they just put that looks fresh. So I would go to the bathroom, and I'd be like, let me go leave some of the pressure. Let me reset a little bit, go to the bathroom so I could put more food in my body, bro. Yeah. But then I come out of there, I'm not doing shit the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I get out of there, and I go home, and I'm like fucking just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't doing nothing. But
absolutely.
For what? You know, it almost makes you, like you were saying, you lose appreciation of the food.
You do.
Because you just want to try a little bit of everything instead of being like, oh, this one dish is so good. Let me just eat this and then be satisfied and keep working for the rest of the day, you know?
Absolutely.
But yeah, buffets are a crazy thing, especially, I don't know if they're a worldwide thing or if it's just like an American made concept, an all you can eat buffet, you know?
I think it's definitely has American heritage.
Yeah, it's got American made slapped on that bitch.
I don't know if anybody went to Le Cordon Bleu or anything like that has a history of food.
Yeah.
Let us know where the buffet came from. But I mean, America definitely has spread the buffet love.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm gonna tell you right now, some buffets, especially like at like casinos. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, casinos still got them.
Like a seafood buffet. So I get it, man. I get it. I like to eat. I like to eat too. But again, I think in this day and age, we are finally starting to see the error of our ways in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because how much of that food goes to fucking waste, right? How much of that
Tons.
food gets thrown in the trash?
Tons of it goes to waste. Tons of it, bro. And that's the sad part, bro, is because you would think there should be something that says, hey, if you have a certain X amount of pounds of wasted food, you should have to give away X amount of that. You know what I mean? And, you know, because there are food pantries out there. There are places you could donate the stuff. It should be something like that. I don't know why there isn't. There might be. I hope there is. But
like if you have a buffet business, you should be able to. You should have to have a separate part of the room where it's like the food that's going to waste. You have homeless people that come in.
Something.
You know, something like that.
Something.
So that way it's not going to waste. Yeah.
I don't know. And maybe that would hurt business, you know, really, because people, you know, start
dressing up like a homeless dude. Like, I just want some of that, some of that, some of that, and some of that.
You know, that'd be a beautiful thing. I doubt that happens, but that would be a beautiful thing. And again, it just kind of prioritizes your life. You know what I mean? Like, we really got to think, like, I think a lot of people are real quick to blame like corporations, or real quick to blame, you know, schools, are real quick to blame their parents or whatever. Look, take responsibility for your life, period. Whatever you got going on. You want to start a business, you want to lose weight, you want to fucking read a book, you want to do all this shit, guess what? It's on you. It ain't on fucking your mom or your niece or your auntie or the principal at the school. You choose not to do it, that's on you, okay? I'm one of those people that I like to do shit, okay? And I like to do shit more when you tell me I can't do shit. I'm a little rebellious in that way.
Yeah.
I want to do it more. You're like, oh shit, you can't do that. I'm like, oh no shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what I mean? And
you start to think like, no, you can't do it. I can.
And I know I can. And that's the difference between me and you. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. So certain people that are, you know, gonna do stuff and not gonna do stuff. The main thing is you got to have the desire. And then you got to have the energy. So watch what you eat. And then you got to have the health. Because if you're sick, you ain't going to fucking be able to do nothing.
Yep.
Health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think we as a society, especially here in America, are finally getting to the point where we're saying, hey, we got to eat right. We got to not waste as much. We got to try to live sustainably. And it's a beautiful thing. And I think as the younger kids come up more and more, it's going to be more and more like that.
Yeah.
We look at some of like the infrastructure issues we have. Like they're saying like, oh, you know, we don't have a high-speed rail that could crisscross the country. Like, we just don't have we got to negotiate with landowners or this and that. We have a highway interstate system. And if you look at the interstate system, it's basically like a giant grid that crosses the entire country.
Yeah.
So what we want to do, we could fucking throw a train on each freeway. It's already there. The space is there. Throw a train on each freeway. Boom, boom, boom. There's fucking 4 trains that could cross the entire country. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. We have to prioritize sustainability. And you as a person, you have to be responsible for that. If you work for an oil company, don't just buy the bullshit. You, as somebody that's in the company, have to say something. If you work for a doctor's office and they're selling a bad product, but you know the doctor's getting paid for it, you have to speak up. And I know sometimes, you know, you might think you're going to lose your job. You might think this, you might think that. Your voice is powerful. And sometimes just using your voice, just start talking to people, just suggesting that, hey, maybe we should do this right instead of doing this wrong. I've worked here for a long time. I think we're doing this wrong. We should do this right. Every one of you is responsible. Every one of us is responsible for the world that we're in right now. It's like Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. You know
exactly.
I mean? And we have to start doing that, which is why we do these podcasts, which is why we're doing the things that we're doing, because I think we appreciate what we have and we want to share it. And that's fucking cool.
Yeah. I see it as like as an education platform.
Yeah.
You know, like we shoot the shit. We talk about fucking random stuff like buffets and overeating, but
absolutely,
we also, you know, try to educate people on tattooing, on tattoos, you know,
and business
and finances and just trying to be better than you were type of shit, you know? And that's what I think podcasts and even just like books, like audiobooks, I just like absorbing as much information as I can, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's because like when you learn, I've noticed when I listen to a book and I pick up some information, I feel like I've became better just from absorbing something. And it also changes your mindset about things. It makes you feel, you know, more like there's more abundance as far as like what you think you can achieve, you know? it also makes you feel like your word is a little bit more powerful, you know? So
Yeah, you have a little bit more like knowledge to back it.
exactly.
You know what I mean? You have a little
Confidence boost as well.
Absolutely. Which is the benefit of going to college, which is the benefit of
Yeah.
listening to podcasts or doing YouTube research or any of that stuff. Like the more you further your education to grow as a person, the more of an abundant person you're going to be just because you have all this knowledge and whatnot, you know? Like, and I think we forget that. It's like we're in this, you know, this kind of rat race, just trying to live and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we almost forget how blessed we are over here. You know what I mean? In this country, a lot of people like to complain. You're never going to hear me complain, mainly because I'm grateful and I know I'm blessed and I'm living it and I love it. Thank you, God, you know. But we need to just sit back sometimes and smell the roses, as they say, you know?
Yeah.
Sit back, smell the roses that are in your life, be grateful, and let that take you somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
We all have loss.
And that doesn't mean to take a break from what you're doing to not do anything.
No.
It just means to look around and appreciate what you have as you're doing these things so you don't forget why you're doing these things.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah. I have a friend of mine had said something like that to me. He was like, man, you're always working. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses. And I was like thinking, and I was like, man, I like my life, bro. What do you mean? Like, I don't work a 9 to 5. I don't go work for someone else. I'm building my shit, you know? All the stuff that we're doing is to build our business, you know? And I get to travel. And then I had replied, I forget what I replied, but I was like, something along the lines of like, I like what I do, you know? I do, and I have the blessings or the ability to go to other places to spill their roses, you know? And that's what's cool about being an entrepreneur,
Yes.
you know, is you, and I talk about this all the time. I take for granted sometimes, or I just don't even think about it, you know, because I haven't had a regular job in years.
Yeah.
The last regular job I had was a coffee shop. When I first started tattooing, I was like doing both 9 to 5. You know, I'd wake up earlier because I had to drive to fucking Orange County because of that traffic was
How long did
bullshit.
you have that job?
I had it for like maybe 2 years,
Wow.
maybe a year and a half.
Awesome.
Yeah. I liked it to an extent because I liked being it kept me on my toes,
Yeah, you're in the mix.
especially during like the rush hour when everyone gets out. Because I was at Chapman University.
Oh, cool.
So when the classes would let out, a rush of people getting the drinks. I want this, that, and this. I want this type of drink, and I was over there fucking working the machines, you know. So it was like kept me going. It was interesting. It was fun, but the pay was not good. You know, working for $7-8 an hour, whatever it was, and then also some of that going to gas because I'm in traffic for 2 hours to go home. I'm in traffic for an hour to get there. And traffic alone driving is fucking draining. Yeah. But yeah, the beauty of being an entrepreneur is you get to pick, you know, you get to pick what you want to do. You get to pick what you want to learn. You know, tattooing has been a huge vessel that I've been using to build, you know, the freedom, but I also want to learn other things to be able to work from wherever I'm at. So like in between tattoos, I can make a call, be boom, 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 doing a sale, doing some online fucking training or whatever, and then still be able to do what I do, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's again a blessing.
Being an entrepreneur is the way to go. Is the way to go. Or at least have a side hustle.
Well, I like that you said you were at the university. You work at a coffee shop at the university because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, if I could, I would have stayed in college my whole life, and that's mainly because you're motivated and inspired by all the people around you. You almost learn more from the other individuals you're around than the professors because you see people's motivation. You see the fresh ideas. You see all this stuff, and yeah, honestly, I'd probably be a lot more successful if I just stayed in college forever. You know?
Yeah.
And so just being around it, like say Chapman University, like maybe you were just serving coffee, but all that energy, bro, and all that fresh concepts and everything, just sometimes just by freaking being proximity to it, you're getting those vibes, you know? And that's why I like to go to a lot of like alumni events with my college, or I like to go to like the college graduations and stuff, mainly just to get inspired again, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It is hard sometimes to motivate yourself and inspire yourself. So why it is important to read a book, it is important to do some research outside of the norm.
Yeah.
And again, just because you're working that 9 to 5 doesn't mean that you're wasting your time. All right. You're learning things. If you work that 9 to 5 and you learn, hey, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Hey, I don't want to do XYZ job. Hey, bro, you're a step closer to doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? If you learn what you don't want to do, you're a step closer to doing what you don't want to do. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. Okay. Like I love tattooing. I love art. We do murals. We paint cars. We paint people.
We paint people.
We do it all, bro.
Yeah.
And I think really I want to be a comedian. The more and more I think about it, I mean, I saw Chris Rock get slapped the other day, and I was like, damn.
I would have slapped him back.
Well, no, I could have been slapped.
That could have been me at the Academy Awards getting slapped.
Hey, Will Smith could have slapped the shit out of me too. Shit, I could do that.
That raises my stock value.
That's
right
what
there.
I'm saying. Hey, if it was me, I would have Will Smith's fucking his have you seen his trailer that he brings out? He has a specially made trailer when he comes. It's like an RV that, you know how they have pull outs on the side? This guy has a pull up. He pulls up and the whole thing lifts.
And it turns into a 2-story.
It's a 2-story fucking RV,
What
bro.
in the fuck?
If he would have slapped me when I was hosting the Oscars, I'd own that shit.
I'd be like, yeah, you better give me that fucking RV, or I'm gonna take its RV in your house and this and that.
Exactly.
You know? But yeah, so is that for real though? You want to be a comedian? You think about being a comedian?
Yes, I do. And
That'd be tight, bro.
I don't say it out loud. I don't say it out loud because I think, again, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, I haven't been doing it a long time, my whole life and everything. But really, my whole life I have been. I've always been really out there and like talking to people and doing shit. I make people laugh all day for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might as well get paid.
Exactly.
And then I find myself like, looking at comedians and someone like Steve Harvey, for instance, is a real big influence on me. I really love what Steve Harvey has to say a lot of time. But the thing is, I listen to the things that he's saying and talking about like, oh yeah, I've always done this or I've done that. And they talk about doing the work, which is just writing shit. And then I'll be sitting and I'll think of like a sick ass idea. And I'm like, oh dude, I got to write that down. Like whether it's about my wife or my kids or whatever. And I don't write it down. And it really pisses me off. Yeah. I've had like fucking 4 or 5 stand-up sessions already fucking done in my head. And it hasn't even been, put out there. So I gotta write some shit down and then just get a bit and just go to like a comedy night and just see how it goes. Because I don't want to be that person, like how they say, and it is a lot of it's meme bait and shit, clickbait. I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, on your deathbed, there's all these talents that you could have had, and then the talent's gonna be like, hey man, that was funny as fuck, and you didn't fucking come out. I'd rather at least be like, hey, I tried. I tried to be funny, and I'm not fucking, I'm not fucking.
I'm not
Kevin
fucking
Hart.
Yeah, I'm not Kevin Hart.
Fucking, I'd rather fucking do it and fail and have motherfuckers talk shit.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm that dude that the more shit you talk, the more power it fucking.
Exactly.
And a lot of it's probably because my dad's calling me a faggot since I was 6 and shit. So when people talk shit, it's like a term of endearment. So I don't know.
Right.
Maybe that too. I don't know.
But you know what? Like it's funny that you say that you want to be a comedian because I think about that shit all the time as well.
Yeah.
Like, cause like different stories, different scenarios, because it's basically storytelling.
But
you're arranging it in a way to make it funny.
Yes.
And I've always thought about, doing stand up as well myself.
You need to do it.
But I have a huge, I guess, a fear. I wouldn't say it's a fear of public speaking. I guess it would be a fear of having nobody laugh at all.
You have to raise your level of not give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And I feel like comedians, because I've seen comedians do bad and they just keep going.
100%.
And I'm like, man, I appreciate that. Like he's of ignoring the fucking the silence.
Chris Rock got slapped the other day on national TV.
But he's Chris Rock though. Yeah, he's fucking Chris Rock
as professionally as humanly possible.
Yeah, he did. No, he handled it real good. And I didn't know whose side to take, man. I was like, man, I feel bad for Will Smith.
Yeah.
I feel upset that Chris Rock didn't do anything, but at the same time, Will Smith looks bad. Chris Rock looks like the man because he just took the slap and kept going.
And that's what I'm thinking. And I think, again, like with people's mental health right now, mental health is a big thing. And I think we are kind of pushing that to the side. And I think this is a great example. And sometimes being a bad example is a good example. For instance, this was a bad example how to react to that situation, what Will Smith did. But for a person who is so famous and so influential to have a breakdown like that, it just goes to show that everybody can. I mean, you look at, again, like a Robin Williams, and they said, there's a lot of backstory to that. Robin Williams had different issues and things he was going with. But even the strongest among us have bad days, have weaknesses, have things that bother them. And that doesn't, you know, again, some of us look up to a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that they're infallible. You know what I'm saying? They're not God. We're not gods. We're people. You know, you got a lot of rappers saying, I'm a rap god and I'm a god this, I'm a god that. You're a fucking God. You're a human being, and it's all good. That's a blessing, because one day, you know, have to go through this journey to get to the next level. And like you said, it's hard. I'm not having a side either way.
Yeah, no, I don't have a side on that. But yeah, now that you say that, you know, it does, I feel like, shine some light on the issue, because I'm sure you already knew about the issue that him and his wife had.
Oh yeah.
Because of the whole fucking entanglement, whatever the fuck, you know. I'm surprised that he's still even there, to be honest, you know, because publicly admitted that it happened. He knows about it. She knows about it. The world knows about it. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I'd be able to stick around because of the mental fucking weight it would have on me, you know? And I feel like he's probably going through that.
Guaranteed.
And that's probably part of what stemmed him from that situation stemmed from all that, you know, stress on him, you know. It's something to think about, you know. If you have shit going on, you know, your mental health is, and your health in general, you know, that's your wealth.
And that's what I'm saying. And that thing, so I don't know, I'm not very much aware. I'm not a big super fan of Will Smith or anything, but I've heard that they have an open marriage. And I'm going to tell you right now, I personally don't think that that's healthy. You know what I mean? And again, when you're at a certain level, when you're that rich and everything, maybe it's to be expected, you know? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, to have a partner that is dedicated to you and dedicated to your life together is a beautiful thing. And it's taken us, and this is something I tell people a lot, is it's taken us thousands of years to get to the point where we are in the level of peace and the level of decency that we've created in this world. And a lot of these new progressive concepts are being pushed in the light of, you know, you have to be open to things. And of course, I 100% agree to that. Yeah. But I also think that we have to cherish the things that have been cherished for a long time and say, hey, the marital relationship is an important deal that you make with each other. It's the worst business deal you could make. And if you want to have an open marriage or open relationship, then don't fucking get married. Why get married?
Yeah.
Don't make a pledge to be with that person in front of
through thick and thin, through sickness and health.
Yeah, don't make the
to
pledge.
Love and to cherish and all that other stuff. If you want
an open relationship, stay open. Then just be together. You know what I mean? Because now, like I said, you have a guy who looks like he's got it all together, who is obviously hurting, who's obviously in a bad place.
Yeah, because in a situation like that, and it's something that, so when I was in boot camp, I talked to this dude about it, and I was like talking about bringing another woman into my relationship, to see if, like, because he had talked about him doing that, and it was cool, you know. And I was like, oh, that'd be fucking interesting.
Sounds fun.
and then this other guy was saying, like, nah, man, it's because one of you is gonna be more emotionally invested than the other.
Catch those
as even though they may seem, or you may seem, or may act like it doesn't bother you, it's not healthy, you know, and it's not something that you want to do, you know. It just creates drama and a mess. And I was thinking about it, I was like, man, he's probably right, you know, now that I think about it, because what if that person that we bring in gets attached, starts drama, you know, shit like that, you know.
Maybe we got to bring a polygamist on.
Yeah, and see, that'd be an interesting podcast. Bring a polygamist and see what they have to say about that. But yeah, I see it as, you know, you marry someone, you're in a relationship, that's who you're with, you know. And
if you choose to do it,
good luck, you know.
Yeah, because I know people that have been cheated on. I know people that have had issues like this. I know people that have done it. And here's the thing. I have 4 kids. I have a beautiful wife that I love. We've been together 23 years. God bless it. Thank you so much, you know. And bro, I feel stable. I feel happy. I could trust my wife. You know what I mean? She could trust me, even though we still have issues. I mean, you know, the issue we had when we went to Texas, still pissed at me about that a little bit. You know? But you know what I mean? But when you have that stability, bro, it gives you that strength. Yeah. To know. You know what I mean? Like, the reason I'm so successful is because I haven't been chasing tail. I'm not trying to hook up with all these chicks or go party or go do fucking some crazy shit. I have my stability at home. I have my love at home. I have that where I could go to work, focus, kick ass, and then go home and love and get all that love. You know what I'm saying? And that's bro.
Yeah, you're not like searching for it, you know, and that's something that I was watching a video and someone was giving this dude advice, and he was saying, like, if you want to be really successful, stop chasing tail.
100%.
Find you that one woman that's, you know, super supportive, super believes in your dreams and your goals, and wants to be there for you, and then just grind, you know, because that takes a huge distraction away from you, because we as human beings, we kind of crave that opposite sex attention, you know, touch, whatever,
biological necessity.
Yeah. And I've noticed that too in myself, you know. Like when me and my wife got together and started grinding, that aspect of looking for someone to mess around with or whatever, you know, just looking for a girl, I don't even think about that.
Just vanished.
Now I'm like, okay, I need to do this. I want to do this. I want to work on this, work on that, you know, because I have that at home, you know, so it makes a lot of sense, you know, as far as, you know, business on the business side.
Absolutely.
You know, if you want to really be successful and be able to do all these things that you want to do, stop chasing tail.
and that's 100%. And that goes for, you know, gay, straight, whatever, you know, find somebody that is going to be a good, powerful partner, and that's going to support you, that you can trust. And that's one thing that I think people just chill on, like, oh, we were together for, you know, a year, now we want to get married. No. No, wait, get to know that person, go through some thick and thins. Make sure if you want to get married and you haven't had a solid argument yet, then you shouldn't get married. You should be upset at each other, on the brink of breaking up, get back together, work it all out, then say you want to get married, because you want to see that person at their lowest. You want to see you at your lowest, because then you know if you can deal. Because I mean, think about it. You're with somebody, you think you know them, and then all of a sudden it's a completely different human being when you get married and start living together and do all that. So it's like, you know, again, some of these traditions that we've developed over thousands of years shouldn't be just tossed to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the mental issues and a lot of the things that are going on right now are because of this stuff, are because a lot of the confusion that has been going on right now is because we're like, oh, guess what? No, it's game on, whatever. Yeah. We know the results of these things already. Yeah. Okay? And again, homosexuality, whatever your sexuality is, it's fine. You do what you want. But there's certain things that you get out of a traditional marriage, man and woman, woman and man. You get children, you get a legacy, you get this thing. And they're saying that you could adopt, and I want to adopt because I think there's a lot of kids out there that need loving homes. But you have to realize that when that baby comes out of this woman, your person, you are so in love with this thing, a love that you've never felt in your entire life. Like, you don't know this love until you hold this little thing that is half you and half her, and change your whole fucking life. Yep. And I wish that for every human being. I wish that feeling of love and unconditional love to every human being out there, whether you get it from that or something else. But I'm going to tell you right now, that to me, that changed my life in a huge way. I'm talking to J-Bone. You know, his daughter is what? She just turned 1. Yeah. He's telling me, oh, dude, you're right. Completely changed my life. And his family had problems, his mom and her mother-in-law and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? You get a baby in the scene, everybody just starts to mix. Everybody's like, oh, it's okay. We're going to forget. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. It's the beauty of a family and raising a child. And again, just don't push these values that we've developed over years. Yeah. I'm not saying, you know, the way you're living is wrong, because everybody's going to develop their own way of living. Everybody's going to get through this world the way they can. And as long as you're a good person and you're happy and you're doing what you want, hey, do you. You know what I mean? Exactly. I'm just saying, from my perspective, that game changer. Yep. No, and I agree 100%. You know, I got my 3 kids, and especially now that my mind's more matured, like, I can be upset and then I see them and I'm like, all right, things are pretty cool, you know? But the other thing is I have friends, I've seen people that are in bad relationships and they're anchored to that person because of a baby. Yeah.
you know, and that brings you back to what you were saying earlier. You know, you want to almost like audition people before you start making these moves, you know,
gigantic.
Yeah. Like marriage should come before having the baby, you know, so that way, you know, I've been through some shit with this person. I know that they're strong enough to stick around, or I know that I'm willing to deal with their bullshit, you know, or I'm not willing to deal with their bullshit. So maybe having a baby is a terrible fucking idea.
Yeah. Could
some people
way worse.
Yeah. Some people don't have that, you know, that option because they had an accident or whatever it is. But, you know, it's affecting the baby will make you happy. The baby will bring you love. You'll feel that love that you never had. But the person that you made the baby with could potentially hurt you if you found the wrong one, the toxic one, in a big way. Yeah. And they use it. I've seen kids being used as tools to leverage pain on the opposite person. 100%. You know, and
I've seen that too.
It's a terrible thing. So, you know, before you jump into a relationship, you know, anybody that's watching, everybody dresses to impress, acts their best to impress you in the beginning.
Honeymoon stage.
Honeymoon stage, yeah. And that, you know, gets diluted or sizzles down a little bit, and then you start knowing the real person. And that's when you want to start thinking about, okay, do I want to deal with this person? Do I really care about this person? Do I love them enough to deal with this or help them figure this out? Do I want to be there through thick and thin? And then make that marriage decision or make that, you know,
commitment.
Commitment, you know. Yeah. It's because you don't want to jump into something that's going to be a pain, you know, toxic. It's going to hurt you, not just your relationship. It's going to hurt all aspects of your life.
Yeah. And then the children as well, because, you know, the children have to see this, you know, the children have to see the relationship you have as well. And that's the thing. I mean, I almost think that before you have a kid, you should have to take a class. Like, you have to take a class before you drive on the road. You should have to take a class before you have a kid. You know what I mean? And
don't they have a, I mean, I guess they don't, it's not like an in-depth class, but I remember, maybe I saw this in a movie or something, but some sort of class on, I think it was just CPR. How to not let a kid choke.
That's important.
That's important. That's important.
Choke on all kinds of shit.
But that's just the tip of the very tip of the iceberg, you know? Yeah. But yeah, you're right. They should have some sort of training, some sort of class, some certification.
You can be a parent.
Yeah. Like, congratulations. You can go get busy with it, you know?
Absolutely. And I don't know how you manage that, obviously. Way against all the rights that we have.
Yeah.
But again, it's like just knowing, again, we have to be responsible for our own actions. We have to take responsibility for the choices we make in this world, whether it's an accident, whether it's a decision you made. Like, there's enough people trying to help you along the way, and some people just want to be rebellious and don't want to fucking listen. But the thing is, you gotta take some advice. Mm-hmm. You gotta take some wisdom, and you get to pick and choose what that is in this life. And the bottom line is, you don't want to make your life harder. You want to take the wisdom that's going to make your life easier, more enjoyable. You only get one, as far as we know, unless you know, believe in different things, reincarnation, you come back. But even people that believe in reincarnation, right? They even believe that you have to try to make it better every time and be a better person every time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So again, it just goes to the fact that try to be open to good advice, try to be open to the right decisions, and try to be closed when you need to be closed. Sometimes you need to shut some doors.
Yep.
You know, like, this person's not good for me. And sometimes that's a family member. Sometimes that's this or that. Sometimes you got to close some doors.
Yep.
You know, not everybody can go. You know, like what Nipsey said, not everybody's going to get to ride on the private airplanes and all shit.
Yeah.
Because some people, they're just not, they don't have what it takes. And you feel bad. Like, I feel bad about some people that have been involved with me for a long time. And I'm like, I can't support the values this person has and bring them into mine, because it's the antithesis of what I believe and what's got me here. And I feel bad, because it's like, dude, this person's helped me in a lot of ways, but is also gonna hurt me in a lot of ways if I allow them to.
Yeah.
And I can't, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But that takes wisdom.
It takes wisdom of, you know, situation, also wisdom of self, you know?
Yeah.
Understanding like, okay, I have these habits, but it's not just me that's creating these habits. I'm learning them from the people that are around me.
100%.
You know, so I need to stop, you know, mingling or talking to these people or you know, hanging out with them. You know, still you can still be friends.
Yeah.
Hang out here and there.
Absolutely.
But maybe not.
Yeah, and
but maybe not. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. So like even like with this podcast and everything that's going on, like I've always wanted to do podcasts and I always want to put shit out there, but I didn't take those extra steps that I needed to get everything set up to get it in. This is you. This is all El Besito.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. You bring the right people in to your team. You bring the right people around you, and you're all going to grow together. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, rising waters raise all ships, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create some rising waters here, so all these ships rise together, and we're all killing it. You know what I mean? We all support each other's other businesses. We all support each other's things that we're trying to do to improve. And again, we're always there to help each other out. Whether it's you need help moving, or you need help, you know, whatever, shooting your wedding or whatever. You know, like we're here to help each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing, dude.
Yeah.
I try my best not to bring my drama or any of my BS to this situation because it's all about love here.
Yeah.
It's all about love and creation. And I find that I'm super motivated and inspired when I come here. And that's great. I think that, you know what I mean? That's what I've always wanted. You know, and I've always wanted a place where I can be creative and be inspired and be motivated. And just, I mean, think about what we're talking about here, dude. I mean, just talking about, like you said, finances. People don't really talk about that shit. Talking about self-improvement. We're tattoo artists. What the fuck do we know? You know? But the thing is, we talk to a lot of people every day.
Yep.
I feel like I'm a little bit of a therapist. And I definitely take more of the God-centered mentality when I'm talking to people. But people tell me stuff all the time that I'm like, hey, try to help you. Try to help them make the right choices. You know, sometimes I'll tell them some stories.
Yeah.
I feel like happened to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Check on that downstairs real quick.
That might be my client.
I mean, I'll tell you what, dude. This is a pretty good first morning drip.
Yeah,
We dripped a lot of shit today.
We dripped a lot of shit. We definitely were a little bit all over the place. But just to kind of cap what we were talking about, and you were saying, you know, all the rising tides raises all ships. Yes, at the same time, you know, if you're on a team, regardless of what you're doing or what you're working on, if you're having issues with something, you cannot be prideful to not ask for help. Because if your ship has a hole, you may not rise as smoothly as everyone else because you're over here trying to patch it, trying to, you know.
And then the other ships are trying to rescue you.
Exactly.
They're like, hey, hold on, this guy's sinking over.
This guy's not level. There's something going on over there. But anyways, yeah, just, you know, focus on your health, focus on your mental health. You know, don't be prideful, don't be embarrassed to ask for help, and you know, just learn the best you can. But anyways, we got some tattoo giveaways. We have the BodyArtBus party giveaway. If you don't know already, go to the BodyArtBus page and check the video out where he talks about, you know, how to get entered. Yes. We're going to be picking the winner in June 15th. In June 15th, we're going to be picking the winner.
Yes.
Oh, let's do it after. Let's do it like maybe the 21st.
June 21st.
Yeah, June 21st, because I'll be out of town on the 15th.
Okay, yeah, we got to do it when you get back.
Yeah, so we'll pick the winner then, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So, you know, if you have any questions on it, definitely hit us up.
Yeah, that's a free tattoo party, 4 hours, free tattooing.
Yep. So if it's just you that wants to get tattooed, that's fine too.
Solid.
If you want us just to come tattoo you, that's fine, you know. But either way, you know, we got that going on. We have the all-inclusive trip. If you want to go to my Instagram to check that out, to Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Ooh, I ain't never been.
I ain't never been either, man. I might try to win that myself. I'm actually gonna try, you know, because it's not me giving away; it's the company I work for. But they're gonna be giving it away, so I'm gonna be trying for that as well. But go check out our Instagrams for that stuff, and yeah, one thing I want to say is, if you have a business, TikTok is powerful.
Believe it or not, TikTok killing the game right now.
Yeah. And it's super saturated, but there's still a lot of potential to grow.
Dude, I got 3,000 new Instagram followers in 3 days, which I've never had a boost like that. Even when we did the Katy Perry event, I had Katy Perry on my bus. Didn't get that many.
I think
I got like 12.
Yeah.
But if we had TikTok back then, which we didn't, it wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
If we had TikTok back then, probably would have fucking.
Maybe you should start repurposing some of those videos. I don't know if you have them on there. You know?
Yeah, you know what? I do have them on there, and I should start repurposing. That's a good point. Because
You
I
know?
have those Katy Perry videos.
And I've been thinking about like re-uploading, or at least going from our youth, because we've done a lot of skits. Grabbing some of those skits and kind of repurposing them for TikTok. You know?
I think we should,
because we put a lot of work into that, you know, and it didn't. It was like a Katy Perry video. It didn't do that good, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, but that was years ago. That was like 4 years ago that we were doing those. But oh yeah, another thing I want to bring up before we finish this is we do enjoy doing skits. We have some skits planned that we want to do. If you want to be a part of these skits, definitely reach out. We'd love to have you. We'd love to collaborate as well. And if you're a content creator in the area, in LA, in San Diego, wherever in Southern Cali, and you want the BodyArtBus to come out for some YouTube videos, for music videos, for maybe you're doing some tattoo challenges. I know Mr. Beast had something that we were gonna do. It didn't end up working out for some technical reasons, but we're down to make content. We're down to be out there and part of it. But yeah. With that being said, we'll do this. Try to do this every Wednesday. And yeah, stay tuned. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, check out our Instagrams and all that good stuff.
Please, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the love, and just have a good day. Stay blessed, and we'll see you.
Yep. Drink that coffee, drink that water.
Nice.
Got a little bit left.